Hello and welcome to week 9 of the course EU Security and the Future of NATO. In the previous weeks, you examined NATO enlargement, defense spending, and the institutional cooperation between NATO and the European Union. This week, you will focus on the future of transatlantic relations and how cooperation between Europe and the United States shapes global security. The Transatlantic Alliance has been the foundation of European security since the creation of NATO in 1949. However, contemporary geopolitical developments are raising important questions about how this partnership will evolve in the future. During this week, you will analyze the strategic challenges and opportunities that may shape the future of transatlantic cooperation. The transatlantic relationship refers to the political, economic, and security cooperation between Europe and the United States. For decades, this partnership has been central to maintaining stability in Europe and promoting international security cooperation. However, several factors are influencing the future of this relationship. These include debates about defense spending, changing geopolitical priorities, the rise of new global powers, and evolving security threats such as cyber warfare and hybrid conflict. As you examine this topic, you should analyze how these developments may reshape the balance of responsibilities within the Transatlantic Alliance. This week introduces several key concepts that will help you analyze the future of transatlantic relations. One important concept is the Transatlantic Alliance, which describes the political and military partnership between Europe and North America. Another important concept is strategic autonomy, which refers to the European Union's ability to conduct security and defense operations independently when necessary. You will also examine burden sharing, which refers to how responsibilities and defense costs are distributed among alliance members. As you review the course materials, you should reflect on how these concepts influence the future of cooperation between NATO allies. During this week, you will complete several learning activities designed to deepen your understanding of transatlantic relations. First, you should review the lecture materials and assigned readings, which analyze the strategic foundations of the Transatlantic Alliance and the challenges it faces today. Next, you will participate in the discussion forum, where you will examine the evolving relationship between the United States and Europe. You will also complete a short quiz, which will help you review the key concepts introduced in this week's module. Finally, you will complete a weekly analytical project, where you will evaluate possible future scenarios for the Transatlantic Alliance. This week also includes an interactive analytical activity. In this activity, you will analyze how different NATO members contribute to the alliance and how responsibilities are shared between Europe and the United States. You will examine defense spending data and evaluate how political priorities influence strategic cooperation. As you complete this activity, you should reflect on how changes in global politics may influence the future of the transatlantic partnership. In the discussion forum, you will analyze the following question. Will the Transatlantic Alliance remain the cornerstone of European security in the coming decades? When writing your response, you should support your argument using examples from the readings or policy materials introduced in this week's module. Your initial post should present a clear analytical perspective, and you should also respond constructively to at least 2 contributions from your classmates. The discussion forum will allow you to engage with different perspectives on the future of international security cooperation. At the end of the weekly module, you will complete a short quiz designed to help you review the key concepts introduced this week. The quiz will focus on topics such as the concept of the Transatlantic Alliance, strategic autonomy, burden sharing within NATO. Completing the quiz will help you reinforce your understanding before progressing to the next module. Your weekly project will focus on analyzing the future of transatlantic relations and their implications for European security. You may choose the format that best demonstrates your understanding of the topic. For example, you may submit a policy analysis essay, a short video explanation, a podcast commentary, an infographic, or a narrated presentation. Regardless of the format you choose, your project should demonstrate critical analysis and engagement with the key concepts introduced this week. To guide your work, please consult the project assessment rubric available in the course platform. The rubric explains how your project will be evaluated, focusing on conceptual understanding, analytical reasoning, use of evidence, clarity of communication. Using the rubric during the development of your project will help you produce a strong and well-structured submission. Week 9 provides an opportunity to analyze how global political developments may influence the future of the Transatlantic Alliance. As you work through the materials this week, you should think critically about how cooperation between Europe and the United States shapes the stability of the international security system. Your analysis this week will prepare you for the upcoming modules where you will examine NATO crisis interventions and the evolving role of international security institutions. I look forward to seeing your ideas in the discussion forum and your analytical projects in the weekly assignment. Good luck with your work this week.